Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Kevin, and today we're going to discuss the 5 things that you can do to improve the garden soil that you grow your vegetables in. So, without further ado, let's dig in. All right, so the number one thing that we do every time that we pull plants out and change from one season to another or one crop to another is we will amend the raised bed with compost. Now, you need to keep plenty of organic material in the soil, and that will help you grow better plants. And there's really not a better way to do that than with compost. I make some of my own compost, but it's difficult to make enough, even for a small garden like the one I have. So usually I end up buying some compost. I like to use the Black Cow compost that you can get at the box stores. But you can use other kinds of compost, whether you have mushroom compost or just stuff that you've made yourself, or a lot of places you can get free compost in your city at the landfill. We don't actually have that option here, so usually I'm buying it, but you can. So the number 2 thing that you should always do to improve the garden soil is to keep the soil covered. And right here, you can see I usually just use old grass clippings. It's got some leaves in it from when I mow the grass and that sort of thing. But they do decompose pretty fast, and the soil life will really do a number on grass clippings and decompose them pretty fast. So you do have to constantly be adding new grass clippings. But you can use stuff like, any other mulches that you would like to use. So I do like to use stuff that's fine. I don't like to use big wood chips or anything like that, just so that it doesn't get incorporated down into your soil and lock up some of the nutrients as it decomposes. But if you can come across some good grass clippings, leaf mold, or leaf decomposed leaves, that kind of thing, and use that as a mulch, it will go really good. So you're just going to have to reapply it quite often. The next thing, number 3 tip of things to do to improve your soil, is when you're removing your old garden plants like these, don't just come in here and yank them up and disturb all the soil and all the life under it. Just come in here and get your pair of clippers and clip it off at the soil level. And then, you're gonna rake back all your mulch and add some more compost, then put your mulch back on top. And doing that will really help improve the organic matter that's in the soil, the amount of organic matter, and it kind of keeps all your soil life, the worms and all the different things that feed on that, it gives them something to feed. So you're going to be attracting them also to your garden because of that. So leave the roots in place. That's a key factor. Number 4 is try to always grow something. Now, maybe if you're not in Houston or not in the South like I am, maybe you're up north and your beds get covered with, a foot of snow or something, then maybe that won't always be possible. But if you can grow things in your garden beds year round, then it's going to improve the soil in your garden. And then every time you go to swap the plants out, you're adding more compost and all that. But this way, it just gets all the soil life is still used to all the plants growing in there, and they can do what they need to do because something's growing in there. So next is kind of one that we've kind of already talked about, but the fifth thing is to always be feeding the soil life. So as you can see here, I got this coffee can, and I have drilled holes in the bottom of it, in the sides of it, and what I do is I just come out here and put kitchen scraps in it, and I have a couple of them in in two of the raised beds here. And so I just come out here, I'll put a little compost in to start it, and maybe a little shredded paper, shredded cardboard, and then put some food scraps and cover it with a little bit more compost. And then every time I get more food scraps, I just come back out here and put more food scraps. And generally what I'm finding is that I'm having to keep them fed because everything in there decomposes about every 1 to 2 weeks. So it's really going fast. And the plants, whenever whenever the plastic jug here gets full, I do have to take it out every once in a while and dump it. And, that's just a really good compost too. So I'll spread it out across the bed. But what I find whenever I do that is all these plants that are growing next to this, they will, the roots will grow into the middle of the container there. And so they're in there sucking up all the nutrients as well. So you do have to empty it every once in a while and disturb those roots, but you don't really have to empty it that often. I'd say on the average, probably once or twice a year is about all I have to empty it. So because stuff's in there making the level go down, and then I add more stuff, it comes back up, and then it goes down again. So you're just constantly adding to it and feeding the soil life. So if you enjoyed today's video, I hope that you'll give us a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time on Grow Stuff Gardening.